I think creativity is in a crisis right now. Like, we really do have to do more. Things like you're doing here, and I'm so glad to be a part of it, to really help people understand how important creativity is. When I worked at creative agencies, this is the one thing we didn't want to do. We wanted to avoid showing the brand, and the client would always tell us, like, get it in there in the beginning, in the middle, in the end. And we tried to hold off as long as possible. Here's what's changed. And this stat blows my mind every time I hear it. 71% of people on TikTok say that they welcome brands on the platform.
Hi, Sofia.
Hi.
I'm so happy to have you join us at C2 this year. And just for the introduction, Sofia heads marketing and commercial partnerships for TikTok.
Yes.
So, Sofia, one of the things that is so unique about TikTok is how it allowed creators to really go in and create these worlds that are shaping culture. Now, in your work, you need to integrate brands into this, right? So how do you do it in a way that stays really authentic and that usually that actually yields results for the brands engaging without diluting the actual TikTok experience?
Yeah, well, first of all, can I just start by saying what an impressive space you have here? This is incredible. Everything from this beautiful carousel to the minute I walked into the space, you really feel like you're immersed into a creative world. So thank you for doing this for all of us.
I love that you're saying that, because that's how we feel when we enter the platform. And that notion of world creation, I think, is really important. And I'm curious to see how you integrate these partners within the world that TikTok has created.
Yeah. So what TikTok did about 5 years ago, we're about 5 years old, was really just give a tool to the world, right? That allowed them to express themselves creatively, and anyone could do it. We essentially democratized creativity, right? Whether you are someone who really loves golf, or someone who really loves to make martinis, or someone who's obsessed with potatoes and potato recipes, everybody found their passion and was able to express it to the world. And so when you enter a platform like TikTok, you're really immersed into all of these amazing, entertaining, creative things that people are making all over the world. And when it comes to brands, surprisingly, we've done a lot of research, and 71% of TikTok users say they want brands on the platform. Blows my mind every time I hear that stat. We live in a world where people are shutting off ads, where 50% of people say the ads they watch are boring. And the TikTok community is saying, we want brands here. And here's why. Because from early days, the brands that decided to be a part of TikTok are really showing up like creators. They're showing up like one of the community. And it's not just pushing a product out at you. It really is learning how to express themselves creatively, how to have an authentic conversation with people, and how to show up and not just talk about what you want to push at someone or a product you have, but just be a part of the community and enjoy it.
I love this. And I'm curious, when you say they had to learn, was there anything you guys did as an organization to teach brands to behave like creators? And what was this? Because we're in the world of experientials. You came in and you said, wow, the creative vision, and we felt like it was your universe. And for us, there's brands integrated at every single point, and you'll see it. It's subtle, but it's there.
Yeah, you're right. It's not big brand advertising. It just feels like part of the experience.
And that builds value for the brand, right? But it was a big education. So I'm just curious, because we're doing it at some scale, but TikTok is so massive now.
Yeah.
How did you get people to be on the same both than you from a philosophical perspective of really, having them behave like creators?
Yeah. So listen, I've been around the industry for a long time, and I've either worked for brands or with brands.
Yeah.
And what I fundamentally understand is that they feel very comfortable within this box they've built for themselves, right? Their brand guidelines, the legal team has added.
Yeah, no risk.
Yes, exactly. And so going in with that understanding, we realize we really have to teach them what consumers or everyday people are now expecting of them. And today, people want authenticity, right?
Yeah.
They see through a sale a mile away, right? So they want you to be upfront with it. In fact, like if you're a brand, it's okay to have your brand up front. It's actually okay as long as the experience feels authentic and non-selly.
Yeah, and you're bringing actually something to the table.
Yes.
Right? Like you want to know what kind of pasta to buy if there's a yummy recipe. At some point, you're like, make my life easier.
Right. So for instance, if you're a pasta brand on TikTok or here in your space, then like, give me a cooking class, immerse me into the world of pasta and help me understand why yours is delicious through this experience.
It's funny we bring this up because last year we had a lab that was called Neurodiverse Lasagna. And it was basically exploring the concept of neurodiversity through lasagna making. Couldn't agree more. Now, this is a podcast about experiences. And we love the RRL aspect of experiences. So tell me a little bit like, what do festivals and, the different, like the creator experiences you're doing, like how do they contribute to the culture, to the overall impact and to the business metric of the TikTok company, I guess?
So TikTok
and creator universe.
Of course. Yeah. The experience is very on platform, right? So when I'm putting on events like this and I'm going to whether it's Cannes or CES even, a conference like that where you don't feel a lot of creativity, what I really try to do is immerse people into the platform. Like, what if you could have the same experience you do on the platform outside of the platform? And so we tend to have like a variety of stations where it feels like every time you swipe, like physically you're moving into another station. And it really is, again, going back to the lasagna example, it's about really immersing yourself in the experience and feeling the joy that you feel when you're watching.
And do you think that like from a brand perspective, when they engage in the platform, they should also be part of that experiential ecosystem? Like, is there a place for them in this? Or are you focusing more on the TikTok brand when it's about inviting people into your world?
Oh, do you mean like brand sponsorships?
Yeah, sponsorships and stuff.
So because we're so new, we're only about 6 years old.
That's crazy.
Wild.
I mean, that's wild. That is wild.
But it really is. I go back to saying it amazes me because we really just put a tool out there and the community took control, right? Like everyone created content. We didn't create that content. We just gave the world a tool to express themselves creatively.
And boy, the world wanted it.
We all have like creative DNA inside of us, right? It's just about giving the opportunity to express it. For instance, I never took music lessons as a kid. My parents couldn't afford to send me, but it's something that I started as an adult because it's always been in there. It's always something that I've like really wanted to express. And I think everyday people have something they want to express with the world.
It's funny, but like we work in the creative space. And so many times I hear people telling us like, oh, but we're not creative, or, oh, but I'm an accountant. Like we don't do things in a creative way. And I'm like, if you're a good accountant, you're creative, right? Like creativity is not reserved for a creative class.
Yeah.
And I think that this is what really spoke to people in their core,
Everything, every innovative idea, whether it was tech or everything was born from creative thinking. Everything. And that's what I think we're losing sight of. Like there's so much pressure to cut back on the art, so much pressure to cut back on investing in creativity, to really focus on the bottom line and return on investment. And I think creativity is in a crisis right now. Like we really do have to do more things like you're doing here. And I'm so glad to be a part of it to really help people understand how important creativity is.
So glad you're a part of it too. And after this, I'm going to tour you because every partner booth is associated with a contemporary artist from Montreal.
Oh, that's
cool.
We've
all decorated them to give it a little vibe that's reminiscent of the artist.
I love it.
Take you on the tour.
Okay, I'm excited.
All right, let's go.